Hi everyone, Infinity here, and here's my review of Much Ado About Nothing, directed by Kenneth Branagh, starring Kenneth Branagh, Richard Briers, Kate Beckinsale, Emma Thompson, Felida Law, James Yule, Brian Blessed, Denzel Washington, Keanu Reeves, Michael Keaton, Patrick Doyle, Imelda Stanton. So, there's so many. Mm. Great cast, really is. And this film is based on William Shakespeare's play. Well, it's a writing of William Shakespeare. I'm pretty sure it's a play, but it's definitely one of the writings. And it is about a small village where there's these soldiers who are protecting it. Well, they're kind of like a small guard protecting the island and the village. It's kind of on the island surrounded by water, and so there's these people who live on. There's these cousins who live together, and there's Beatrice, who's very, like self spoken. Is very self confident and everything. He's very outspoken, And then there's her cousin Hero, who's a little more quiet, a little nicer. And there's Ursula, who's helping, like protecting him. And there's hmm, their father, who loves him so much, protecting him. And then the guard, you have Benedict, who's the main guard, I'm sorry, he's kind of like, I'm sorry, it's kind of like Beatrice, and is outspoken, but it's a little bit more, it's a little bit more kind of reserved, a little bit more, like, I don't want to say uptight, but a little bit more just like astute and things like that. And then the other guard, Pardo, Don Pedro, and then there's Don, Don John, right? Yeah. The other one, and they're such great friends. Especially Benedict, Don Pedro. And Don Pedro and the father of Beatrice, and he just wants Beatrice and I'm sorry, and Benedict to get together, fall in love, get married. And I'm sorry, there's another one of the guards too, who's who's in love with Hero, and he's really nice. He just want to make sure he's making the right decision with them getting married and everything. And so one day, while Benedict's out in the garden, Don Pedro and one of the other guards and the father of Beatrice and Mike and Hero are speaking real loud so that Benedict can hear. Because Benedict, when he heard that they were coming into the other side of some big bushes, he had to hide from them. And so while they're talking about how Beatrice, is wanting someone, and Benedict would be grateful. He's hiding, yeah, and they pretty much know that he's there. They just don't know exactly where he is. And then Ursula and Hero pretty much do the same thing, and Beatrice hides behind a statue and some bushes, just to get them to come together, And they talk to each other again, and there's things are going good, but there's just one thing, because when Hero and one of the other guards, I'm sorry, his name, are getting married. Something actually happens and they don't get married at that time. And so Beatrice wants Benedict to do something terrible. Benedict doesn't want to do it. They want his fellow guardsmen. But later on, but things get better, and all of them do get married. Yeah, Beatrice, Benedict. Sorry, the other guard's name is Claudio. Him and Hero actually do get married, and things do work out, but it just didn't seem like they were at first, it was really well done. Oh, it was great. It's one of those movies where a lot happens, but you can describe most of it, but it just doesn't sound like a lot. It's one of those. It's really well done. It's a really good adaptation. Because when these kind of like plays, writings, like this kind of like Shakespearean, like English writing, mainly Shakespearean, specifically this kind of writing is being adapted. It's really good how subtle it is, because you can tell that this is Shakespearean dialogue, but you just get used to it, and it's not distracting. Like the actors do a good job of not overdoing it, and the writers do a great job of not overriding it. Like they are just, it's expressing as if it's just normal talking, normal dialogue, and it was really well done. Oh yeah, and there's also these kind of bandits who try to cause some things to happen in the village, but they're not doing anything too terrible, but they do get stopped, and they're really good too. Yeah, it was really well done. Like I would like to see a little bit more of Benedict's decision if he wants to go through with that decision, because he loves Beatrice, but he just want to do that, and more of Don Pedro and John and Claudio, working together, helping each other out with the marriages and everything. But it was really well done, and more of the village people, see like what's best for the village. But it was really well done, and they just see what best is village, because they get married. Benedict, Beatrice, Claudio, Hero, they get married, and so things are great for the kingdom, like or for the village. It was really great. Oh yeah, it's really well done. It's so wonderful. Thank you so much for watching. If you like, subscribe, and these videos, Ask Infinity.